Leon Francis is a 62-year-old veteran of the United States Marines. He is also a beloved husband and father. His outgoing personality has made it easy for him to make friends with just about anyone he meets. Leon was last seen on January 14, 2020, at 6:10 a.m. by his wife, Daphne, at their home in the 400 block of Wind Drive in Newport News, Virginia. Leon appears to have abruptly left the house in the rain, taking only an umbrella with him. According to his family, this is highly out of character for him. After searching her home, garage, and backyard, Daphne called the police. Leon's disappearance is made even more serious by the fact that he suffers from Parkinson's disease. His condition requires him to take medications every few hours. His physical state most likely has begun to deteriorate after going so many days without taking any medication. His family says that he may appear disoriented, or as though he is having trouble walking. In addition to his cell phone and wallet, Leon also left behind other important items, like his cane and his glasses, that would have helped with his mobility when he left his house. There was initially some confusion over what Leon was wearing when he left his home. Originally, there were reports that he was wearing a New York Knicks starter jacket. Police later stated that he was wearing just a t-shirt, boxers, and one shoe, which is what he was wearing when Daphne last saw him. After reviewing footage from doorbell cameras in their neighborhood, Leon's family says that he was fully clothed when he left home. He was not dressed adequately for the cold weather, however, and footage taken at 6:49 a.m. appears to show him wearing basketball shorts, a t-shirt, crew socks, and sneakers, which may not match. They know he was not wearing his starter jacket, as it was found at the home. Leon may also still be wearing a patient identification band from a recent appointment at the VA. Leon's umbrella was located behind a Wendy's approximately half a mile from his home. The rain that was falling at the time of his disappearance has complicated efforts to use dogs to track his scent. It is also possible that the dogs lost his scent because he was picked up by someone. Multiple law enforcement agencies, including the Newport News Police and the Virginia State Police, have been involved with the search for Leon, which has included ground searches and utilized drones to look for him from the air. In addition to all of the efforts Leon's family and law enforcement have made to find him, there has also been a massive outpouring of support from his community. Volunteers have covered the area with flyers, leaving them on cars, handing them out in public areas, and posting them around the area. They have also conducted their own searches, including ones in wooded areas near where Leon was last seen. Unfortunately, these extensive efforts, so far, have not located Leon. "81-year-old Margaret Becker, who goes by the name Helen, has been married to her husband Fred for 42 years. According to Fred, his wife is very friendly and can strike up a conversation with anyone she meets. On January 17th, Helen left the home she shares with Fred to run some errands at stores in the Southgate Plaza on US 27 South in Sebring, Florida, which was less than a 15-minute drive away. She did not come home. Surveillance footage shows that Helen arrived at the CVS at the shopping center at 4:19 p.m. She filled some prescriptions and left the store at 4:48. According to someone else in the store at that time, she appeared confused. Helen has not been diagnosed with any form of dementia or cognitive impairment. Helen is next seen on surveillance footage at 6:05 p.m. when she entered the Publix in Southgate Plaza. She purchased some bananas and left the store at 6:17. She appears unsteady in some of this footage, according to authorities. It is unknown where Helen went after leaving Publix, and it is also unknown where she was during the 77 minutes between when she left CVS and when she entered Publix. There are several other stores within the shopping center, but so far there is no evidence that Helen went into any of them that day. While Helen had a cell phone with her and an active OnStar account in her vehicle, neither of these has provided any clues as to where she or the vehicle traveled to. Authorities believe that activity at the nearby Avon Park Air Force bombing range may have interfered with Helen's GPS signals. Helicopters and small aircraft were used to search the area for Helen and her vehicle, a blue 2018 Chevrolet Colorado. While Helen lived in Florida, her truck had an Ohio license plate with tag number HOB 8214. The vehicle has not yet been located. Helen's husband and stepdaughter are doing everything they can to find her, but their efforts are hampered by the fact that they do not know where to search. Volunteers are organizing physical searches, but their search area could be more focused if witnesses who saw Helen after 6:17 p.m. on January 17th came forward, or if Helen's vehicle is found. Authorities do not believe that foul play is involved in the case, but it is an open and ongoing investigation. Porter Albert of Fort Myers, Florida, is lucky enough to have made it to the age of 78 without having any major medical problems or requiring any medication. Rather than requiring medical care, he instead was helping care for one of his neighbors, Chris Smith, who suffers from muscular dystrophy. For several days in the middle of January, none of his friends knew where he was. According to Chris Smith, Porter would not have abruptly left town without telling him, because he knew how much Chris depended on him. Several of Porter's other friends, as well as his ex-wife, were also concerned that they had not heard from him in a few days, which was unusual. One of Porter's friends entered his home in the tropical trailer park and found Porter's cell phone and keys, but not Porter. He used the phone to call Porter's ex-wife, Diane, who lives in Las Vegas, and the two of them decided to report Porter missing. The last place Porter is known to have been is a Big Lots in North Fort Myers. The last activity on his credit card was at this store on January 15th. Surveillance footage from the store provides the last known images of him and proves that he was there and the person who was using his card. In the early morning hours of January 21st, a police officer in Cape Coral, Florida, saw Porter's car, a silver Lexus sedan, driving east on Cape Coral Parkway. The driver made a U-turn, pulled into a parking lot, and turned off their headlights. 18-year-old Tiffany Contestable was driving the car. She told the police officer that she had pulled into the parking lot because she was running low on gas. The parking lot was across the street from a gas station. She claimed to be a friend of Porter's and that she was using the car to search for him. She told the officer that she could not give him her driver's license because she had left it at home. In reality, she did not have a valid driver's license. She was arrested for driving without a license and was released from custody later that same day. She is due in court on the charge on February 10th. Police in Fort Myers interviewed Tiffany, but have neither named her as a suspect nor cleared her of involvement in the case. She would not speak on camera with local media about Porter's disappearance, but told them that she and Porter were friends. She had gone to his home, discovered that he was not there, and took the car keys from the house, which he left unlocked, so that she could use his car to go look for him. Tiffany's bicycle was found inside of Porter's car. It is now back outside her home in North Fort Myers, and Porter's car remains in police custody. According to Porter's ex-wife, the stress caused by his disappearance has exacerbated their son's seizure disorder. Authorities say that they have so far found no evidence suggesting that Porter is no longer alive, but Porter's friends and family fear that the chances of a positive outcome in the case dwindle as the case drags on. "70-year-old Janet Walsh lives on Dolores Drive in Shaler Township, Pennsylvania. Her daughter and son-in-law had plans to have dinner with her there on Monday, January 20th. When they arrived, however, neither Janet nor her vehicle were at the house. They spent a few hours trying to contact her, but when they could not reach her, they called the police at 8:30 p.m. Janet had lunch with her daughter and son-in-law just the day before. She seemed to be in a good mood, and gave no indication that she was in distress. The last sighting of Janet was apparently at her church that same day, although the exact time of this final sighting has not been released. Janet's husband passed away just a few months ago, but her family says that she has been coping with the loss well. She had plans to begin volunteering soon. They also say that it would be completely out of character for her to just leave without letting anyone know. Also missing is Janet's vehicle, a silver 2018 Chevrolet Trax. It has a Pennsylvania license plate, number KTW-6007. In addition to the Shaler Township Police, the Allegheny County Police is also investigating Janet's disappearance, which her family hopes will be solved quickly.